What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fox Chamber. And yes, we're going to be working on RedFox. And as you can see by the thumbnail, yes, we're on starting the 5-lug swap. I've got my 94, 95, SN95 spindles. Those bad boys came in yesterday. And I got those, new hubs, all that good stuff. But yep, I got those in today. Well, I got them to the house today. It's Saturday, came yesterday, had to sign for it, wasn't here to sign for it. So I had to pick it up today, but I got it here. So I already got the front wheel off, and I did some washing up under it, but I only washed like the rear half back there. I got like a little leak, but we'll get into that later. But I should have washed all this crap right up here too, so it'll be nice and clean when I was trying to do it. But either way it goes, we're gonna start it right now. I already got it jacked up and everything, so we should be ready to rock and roll. So first things first, we got to pull the calipers and off and get going with it. And we're doing this swap so we can get these wheels right here to fit. Yeah, these are the wheels off the 03 Cobra that I had, and I wanted to keep these because my wife bought these things for me for my birthday, and I wanted to keep them. And this is a 275 35 18 on the front that I had on the front. I know they'll fit on the back, and I know those 335s are not gonna fit on this bad boy whatsoever. What I'm hoping is that when I do the swap, that these 275s are gonna fit up under there with no rubbing. I really kind of doubt they're gonna fit with no rubbing, but I'm gonna give it a try before I do any changes to the tires or anything. Cause I think I might have to go down to like maybe a 255 to get it to fit, or maybe a 265, something like that, to get these things to fit. But before I get any tires or anything, we're gonna do the swap and see how it fits first, because I don't want to mess around and have these bad boys to actually fit. But it's a negative, or excuse me, it's a plus 22 offset, and I don't think this offset is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I think I need something like a 35 offset, or 30 or 35. But before, like I said, before I change or do anything, I'm gonna see if these would fit. Because if they don't fit, then I'm gonna have to possibly sell them then, because I don't think I'm gonna put them on the Fox, the white one, the 90, because I like the Celine wheels on there. So I think I'm gonna keep those on there, and I'm probably just gonna have to sell these bad boys if these don't fit on the front. So, but first things first, we gotta get busy taking this thing right here apart. Well, as you see, it came off. That nut, I gotta look it up. I can't remember. That nut had like no torque on it whatsoever. I took it completely off. Didn't have any kind of tension, nothing. But it looked like it was maintained, like it was taken off and maybe greased or whatever. But yeah, so it's off. All right, with that off, now we got to disconnect the tie rod and the bolts to the shock absorber, or the strut, or whatever you want to call it. And that one bolt back here just holding it on. So I guess we'll get busy doing that.
All right, I think I hit a stopping point. I went and got some tools from the O'Reilly's, rented a couple of tools, but neither one of them are long enough to go around the spindle and the nut, or and the spindle and the bolt coming through the lower control arm to reach the top of this so I could push it out. See, these are the two that I got, and neither one of them are tall enough. So I'm gonna have to either go back and see if I can find one that's taller, or get something from Harbor Freight to help me pull this thing off. But tonight I'm done. So we'll see in a couple of minutes. With y'all, it'll be a couple of seconds. For me, it'll be another day. All right, it's been a few days or so, and I've had a couple other things to do. My wife's air conditioning went out on her car, so I've been trying to get that squared away. But now I'm back on this one. Did a little bit of work off camera. So far, this is what I got. I got the strut out. I got everything dropped. I got the spring out. I know you're wondering why'd I take all that out. This bad boy is getting coilovers. Yes, sir. Coilovers are going on RedFox. I got them already. I'll show them to you later. But I just want to show you a little progress. This is not a how-to video. This is just a what the crap are you doing video. And this is it. And the strut tower looks actually pretty good. You know, not a whole lot of dents, rust, and scratches and stuff like that on the top, because of course it was the stock shock that was in there, as far as I know anyway. But yeah, all that looks good up there. Everything looks good in here. Just a little light, just mad dirty. Yeah, when I did the undercarriage cleaning, I did not do up here. Yeah, definitely regretting it now. But as I was taking out the, let me see here, get your light set up so you can see. Trying to get this right here out. Yeah, I kind of messed up the boot around it. So I got some new ones of those I got from LMR. I got those in there waiting on me too. So I'm gonna push those out. So right now it's ready. I'm not gonna change out none of the arms or nothing like that. I got some other stuff that I got going on I'm gonna tell you about later on. I know you're wondering, hey, you got it already, you got it broke down already. Why don't you go ahead and do it? Because it's gonna be possibly broke down again anyway. So that's why I'm gonna wait for it. And right now the main focus on this one is the 5-lug swap. So yeah, if I get that 5-lug swap done, and I got some other plans for up under here that I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit later about. But that's gonna be in another video, of course. So I gotta get the other side to look like this so I can go back together with everything. And of course, probably try to clean that up as much as possible before I stick everything back on. But yeah, I'll get back with you in a few. All right, I got the passenger side done. And yeah, this side seemed like it came apart a little bit faster than the other side. I guess because I knew what the heck I was trying to attempt. But everything's out, and this side needs cleaning as well. And yeah, I went ahead and destroyed that one right there too, since I'm getting them pushed out anyway. Because I got new ones sitting in the living room and the box still. So now I gotta return these bad boys right here back to O'Reilly's, where I got them from. I borrowed their or rent their tools or whatever, so I gotta get that back.
I got to get the ones that pushes those out so I can push the other ones in, and I'll be good to go on this thing. Actually, it can start going back together when I get the struts and everything, or when I get the coilovers and stuff set up, which I'm gonna show you hopefully not too long from now. But first, let me get these things back to O'Reilly because I got a couple of things I got to pick up. As you saw, I got everything out, the shock, all the other stuff out the way. Now, getting ready to push out these old ball joints, the ones that I messed up. Yeah, I could not get them things out for nothing. I seen where people had to use or tried to use the spring to help dislodge it or whatever, but from the spindle, didn't work for me. You know, I let it hang, tapped on it, it did not give. I sprayed some WD-40 and some, I think it's PB Blast or something like that down in there. Still didn't break it loose. Had to get the old trusty splitter right there and get it off. Damaged them, oh well, whatever. I'm gonna replace them. So this right here is something I have never done before, so this is gonna be interesting. Yeah, but I got the right tools for it though. I got all the, I got this from O'Reilly's. You know, all the things you're gonna need to push out the ball joint. So now I just got to get everything set up and push them out. And let me get this thing set up real quick, and then I'll show you what I got going on. All right, I got this bad boy set up, you know, and here it is. Everything's set up. I got this the little cylinder up on the bottom, and it's supposed to drop down. This right here, of course, y'all know how this thing works. I'm gonna tighten it up, and it's gonna push the ball joint out the bottom. Yeah, it's gonna be a slow process because I don't have a heavy duty ratchet. I gotta use my breaker bar. So it's gonna take, it's gonna probably take a couple of extra minutes. But anyhow, I'll get back with you when I get this thing pushed out of there and see what we got going on. Got the ball joint out and cleaned it up a little bit just so I can see what I got going on and let you have a look at it. Yeah, it looks decent, you know. Of course, it's 85, a little rusty, but nothing real bad. Yeah, I cleaned all that. Was a lot of gunk and stuff down in there. Got all that stuff out, so we're good to go. And getting ready to press this one right here back in, and probably find something like a little light paint over that to coat it, maybe to help protect it a little bit. Cause like I told you, I got different plans for these right here, and I'm not gonna fool with them just yet, or get into it just yet. But anyway, I'm gonna get this other ball joint pushed in and get going. Pushed in my first ball joint, didn't turn out that bad. Yeah, I think I was making it out harder than it actually was. My main thing was trying to get that sucker aligned where it would go in straight. But I guess the way they have the receiver down here built, it just goes right in and it almost automatically straightens itself out, I guess. But I didn't have any issues with it. Kind of pushed it right in. I kept checking it every couple of turns or whatever just to make sure it was still going in evenly. And it did. So that's done. I just got to put the rubber piece right there on, and the nut and the carter key, and then that'll be all squared up. So that's not bad. So now I'm gonna go ahead and see about getting this other stuff in here cleaned up real quick, and I'll get back with you. All right, got it all cleaned up, got the boot on. And I went ahead and, like I was saying, went ahead and touched up everything just to help keep a little rust down or whatever until I figure out what I'm gonna do with these. But yeah, got it all touched up a little bit. And just a little something real quick to put on there. Nothing spectacular. But that's on. Now I gotta get the spindle. I think I left off where I was getting that stuff right there painted up just to protect it. I've done the other side, it's the same way. Now all I got to do is put the SN95 spindles I have on. Everything up under the hub has been torqued to spec. Oh, that's all good inside of there. So only thing I have to do is just drop it on there, torque it down to all the rod ends and the sway bar end lengths and all that other good stuff. And one good thing I do like is on LMR. LMR has a nice torque list. So you have all the torques that you need, all that good stuff. I love that. So you ain't gotta worry about trying to look it up. All the torques to all your suspension, front suspension, rear suspension, steering torque specs, all that good stuff. Right there at your fingertips. One spot, got everything. Yeah, I do like that. So you ain't gotta look all over the place, find a bunch of different stuff, trying to find the torques and all that. So now, let me go ahead and mount this up on there and torque it to spec and put the sway bar on and then get back with you. But yeah, one thing I wanted to mention about these SN95 spindles. Where the mounting point is for the ball joints, it's a lot thinner on the SN95 spindles than it is on the GT spindles. So I have these washers right here to compensate for it. And the only thing they're gonna do is just go right over the ball joint, and that's gonna allow it to get inside of one of these castellations when it comes around. Yeah, so those are on there. Now I'm gonna run these down to the castellation and it should line right up and should be good to go. But I just wanted to tell you that before I got this thing going on there. All right, got the spindle attached. It's all torqued up. It lined up at 100 foot-pounds of torque, lined right up. And I got this one, it's like 12 foot-pounds. So it's lined, I got it squared away too. So now, next thing I'm gonna do is put on the coilovers. That is next. Yeah, I got the brake and everything tied up right there. I'll explain that a little bit later. But for right now, I'm gonna do the coilovers.
Hopefully this camera angle is good. But I decided I'd go ahead and do an unboxing of the SR Performance coilovers. Yeah, these are actually my first coilovers I've ever had. So, I mean, I read some stuff on these and they were pretty good. They're that mono shock or mono tube design, and it said that those were supposed to be real strong, but I decided I'd go with these. So far, these look pretty good. I like them. Mono tube design. I said that the dual design is supposed to be a little bit weaker or whatever, but so far these aren't looking bad. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, they're pretty nice looking. So all the controls for the top of the strut. And this is definitely what I need right here, are these spacers. Now for the front coilovers. And one reason I bought these is because they already had a caster camber plate with it. So I don't have to worry about trying to buy something separate. It all comes together with the caster camber plate, so I'm good with that. And the last one. Look pretty sturdy. And the rest of the rear shocks. And a little spanner wrench. Or adjustment wrench, whatever you want to call it. Sure nothing else in the box. Mess around and throw something in the trash that I need. Well, there's everything. They're not bad looking, not a bad design. I just gotta go in, see how to adjust everything, because more than likely, I'll probably put it, I'm trying to find midway with everything, you know, the mid-range or whatever, and then put it on and go from there. Cause like I was saying, these are my first coilovers. Never had coilovers on anything I've had, so this is gonna be a pretty interesting experience.